Hey and welcome to the Daily Man United News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Newcastle United have held talks with Man United for Scott McTominay. Newcastle United have held talks with Manchester United over the potential transfer of midfielder Scott McTominay, according to The Athletic. The Scotland international was an undisputed starter under manager Eric Ten Hag at the beginning of the season, but he has lost his place to Casemiro over the past few months. Barring a suspension or an injury, it does not appear he will displace the Brazilian from the number 6 role in the league. This could pave the way for a move away from United. The Magpies have talked about signing McTominay during the current transfer window, but United are clear that they don't want to lose him midway through the season. They could, however, revisit his situation in the summer. The Red Devils need to ease their financial fair play burden and could sell him to boost Ten Hag's spending capacity. McTominay was in sublime form at the start of the season. He put in several standout displays from the defensive midfield role and kept Casemiro out of the lineup. However, the Scot eventually had a poor outing against Manchester City in October. Casemiro has since been an undisputed starter for United when available for selection. Hence, there are no surprises that the £26.4 million rated star is being linked with an exit. Magpies manager Eddie Howe admires him for his ball-carrying ability, but United don't want to sell. The Tyneside outfit are United's direct Champions League rivals this season, and they recently made the decision to recall Martin Dubravka from his season-long loan at Old Trafford. Ten Hag would not want to strengthen the Magpies' top 4 prospect at United's expense. Any decision on McTominay should be delayed until the end of the ongoing campaign. While McTominay looks set to stay, there could be multiple fringe players leaving on loan. Antony and Facundo Pellistri have been linked with temporary exit recently. Facundo Pellistri will know his next Manchester United step in 4 days. You could probably count on one hand how many players have made their World Cup debut before they have played a first-team game for their employers. On one of those fingers is Facundo Pellistri, and his agent isn't happy. Edgardo La Salivia is eager for his Uruguayan client to experience regular senior action again and can point to a debut assist in his evidence file as to why he deserves it. The 21-year-old featured for Spanish outfit Alaves over 2 mid-loan spells between 2021 and 2022, but only made his first United appearance this month, coming on for the last 10 minutes in the 3-0 League Cup win over Charlton. His assist didn't go unnoticed, and Eric Ten Hag wants him to stay at Old Trafford. In fact, his whole development has not been ignored. His manager insists the youngster netted against Liverpool in pre-season before an ankle injury against Atletico Madrid stunted the momentum he had been building up. Speaking after the Charlton match, Ten Hag explained why he had held off Pellistri's debut. United faced Nottingham Forest in the first leg of their League Cup semi-final on Wednesday. Pellistri will be fancying his chances of earning more minutes in what could be his final shot at making an in-game impression. If he is handed such an opportunity, and it's more than a mere cameo, Pellistri and his close associates may settle to stay at United. His agent has said, "It's clear to us that Manchester United wants Facundo Pellistri to stay at the club, one of the greatest in the world. However, we need him to play. There are many options in Europe for him. Should Pellistri play little or no part against either Forest or Reading, then it may sway his party to push for a loan exit. The tie comes 3 days before the transfer window closes, and the likes of Valencia and the Brazilian club Flamengo have already been linked." Brandon Williams stands on Manchester United future. Brandon Williams is open to leaving Manchester United on loan before the transfer window closes next week. William, 22 years old, has appeared once for United since May 2021, having spent last season on a season-long loan with Norwich, and is eager for fulfilling playing time. The fullback missed the first 4 months of the season through injury, but Williams played in both of United friendlies against Cadiz and Real Betis during their training camp in Spain last month. Williams was a late substitute in the League Cup fourth round win over Burnley and an unused substitute in the Premier League wins over Nottingham Forest and Wolverhampton. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's return to the United side has provided Diogo Dalot with competition at right back, while Tyrell Malacia is competing with Luke Shaw at left back. Williams is under contract at United until 2024, and the club has the option of an additional year. Williams broke into the United team in the 1920 season, and Williams started in all four of their semi-final ties in the League Cup, FA Cup and Europa League. However, he has only played 15 times for United since 5 of them starts. Michael Carrick explains how Ahmed's game has developed since he coached him at Manchester United. Middlesbrough manager Michael Carrick believes Ahmed has developed his end product in the time the former Reds midfielder left his role as Manchester United's assistant manager. The young Ivorian scored Sunderland's second in the Black Cats' 2-0 win against Carrick's Borough at the Stadium of Light yesterday. United and Sunderland's number 16 has taken his goal-scoring tally to 7 goals in 14 championship starts, and he has already surpassed his previous best goal-scoring campaign. Carrick worked alongside Ahmed at Old Trafford following the forward's move from Atalanta in October 2020 when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was in charge of the Red Devils. After completing his move to the 20-time league champions, Ahmed stayed with Atalanta until January 2021 before arriving at Carrington. Carrick coached Ahmed for 11 months before stepping down as United's assistant following the arrival of the club's interim manager Ralf Rangnick. Speaking after yesterday's defeat to Sunderland, Carrick was full of praise for the Manchester United loanee. Speaking via the Northern Echo, Carrick said, "He is really talented, Ahmed, good in tight spaces and does what he does with the ball. From the goal, that's what he brings, and I think that's what he is maybe brought a bit more is his end product from when I knew him when he was a little bit younger, a couple of years ago. He is doing really well." Ahmed has 1 goal in 9 appearances for the Red Devils' first team, with his solitary strike coming via his head against AC Milan in the Europa League in March 2021. Having come on at half-time to replace Cristiano Ronaldo in Erik ten Hag's first match at Old Trafford, Ahmed scored in United's pre-season friendly against La Liga side Rayo Vallecano. Rio Ferdinand baffled by struggles of Manchester United star Antony after Arsenal defeat. Manchester United icon Rio Ferdinand has been baffled by the struggles of Antony after his performances in the loss to Arsenal. Speaking on his 5 YouTube channel, Ferdinand, who spent 12 years at United, is struggling to understand why the 22-year-old has been unable to take on defenders. He said, "He just doesn't beat anyone, and I am sitting there thinking, was that always the way? I have seen clips of him when he was at Ajax, and he was somebody who used to beat people. I saw Thomas Partey, who I wouldn't put down as a sprinter, absolutely burst past him, and I am thinking, wow, Antony hasn't got much power in his legs. He is a tricky winger, but with the tricky wingers, you want them to still be able to beat the defender." He is right, there was a moment where Thomas Partey burst past him, and fans would have wondered if Antony is really the prolific winger they thought he was. When he came in, his selling point seemed to be that he could get past people, but that may just not be the case. Antony was signed by the Red Devils in the summer of 2022 from Ajax. The Brazil international reunited with Erik ten Hag and Manchester and has been trusted by the Dutch manager in the right wing. The 22-year-old got off to a brilliant start in his career at the Old Trafford side. Against Arsenal in the reverse fixture in the Premier League, the forward made his debut. Antony started in the 3-1 win over the Gunners and scored the opening goal of the game. Subsequently, the 22-year-old scored in each of his first 3 matches in the English top flight. However, since then, the Brazilian's performances have petered off. In recent fixtures, the forward has failed to make a big enough impact when he has started games. Antony is a talented youngster with a lot of potential. However, the forward's recent displays are not encouraging. Hopefully, the 22-year-old will be able to find his feet quickly. Man United enter race to sign a Chelsea target Malo Gusto. Manchester United have entered the race to sign a Chelsea target Malo Gusto, according to French journalist Fabrice Hawkins. The 19-year-old is regarded as one of the best upcoming right-backs in European football, and the Blues are already in contact with Lyon over a transfer. The West Londoners have agreed personal terms over a long-term deal with him and have also made an opening transfer offer to the French outfit. It's now reported that the Red Devils have entered the pursuit of the young attacking right-back, having been linked with him regularly last summer. According to Hawkins, the club has asked the player not to rush over his decision. United currently have Diogo Dalot and Aaron Wan-Bissaka as the regular right-back choices. Dalot was almost ever present before the World Cup break under manager Erik ten Hag. Following the tournament, there has been a complete turn around in fortunes for Wan-Bissaka. The 25-year-old has nailed a regular starting role with Dalot struggling with injuries. Despite this, United could be looking to replace him. He had a poor league outing against Arsenal last weekend, where he was partly responsible for 2 goals conceded in the 3-2 loss. This may influence the hierarchy to spend on an upgrade. Gusto would be perfect for the Red Devils. The powerful teenager is an attacking right-back by trade. He likes to make regular overlapping runs and has averaged an impressive 30 passes in the opposition half per appearance. He has also registered 2 crosses per game with 1.5 key passes. His playing style can be compared with Liverpool's Trent Alexander-Arnold, though he is much better defensively. Gusto has won nearly 5 duels per outings alongside 2.1 successful tackles. He is not aerially dominant but makes up for it with his terrific work rate and ability to retain possession. Lyon are currently reluctant to lose Gusto this month but may eventually sell him as he will enter the final year of his deal in July. United must beat Chelsea to the player's signature. He should stand a better chance of playing more regularly at United than at Chelsea, where he may not displace Reece James. His arrival probably means that Wan-Bissaka will be leaving. Manchester United tried to sign another La Liga star when flying to Madrid for Casemiro. Manchester United tried to sign Antony Griezmann whilst in Madrid, sorting out a deal for Casemiro. Manchester United signed Casemiro during the summer transfer window at the beginning of the season, and he has quickly become a crucial player for the club. However, Casemiro wasn't the only player Manchester United spoke to when flying out to Madrid. A report from Sky Sports has claimed that the club spoke to the agent of Atletico Madrid forward Griezmann whilst in Spain, with the player said to be flattered at their interest. At the time, Griezmann was on loan at Atletico from Barcelona, but he has now completed a permanent move to the Spanish club. Griezmann's versatility has always been a key part of his game, but that was taken even further during the World Cup. The French international played in a deeper midfield role for his country during the tournament and was one of the outstanding performers in Qatar. It will be interesting to see if Manchester United reignite their interest in the summer transfer window, with a new attacker likely to be a priority after losing Cristiano Ronaldo. Fabrizio Romano confirms Victor Osimhen's stance on Manchester United amidst Harry Kane transfer rumours. Manchester United have a list of striker targets that includes Harry Kane, Victor Osimhen, and Benjamin Sesko. A striker is high on Erik ten Hag's agenda come the summer transfer window, with United starved of a reliable goal scorer. The People's Person recently relied that Kane would be open to an Old Trafford switch as doubts mount over his long-term future at Tottenham. The Athletic's David Ornstein, however, revealed that the Englishman is keen on signing a new contract with the Lily Whites. Kane still wants to win trophies with Tottenham. Weighing in on the Kane saga, Miguel Delaney details that United are admirers of the 29-year-old, even though Erik ten Hag prefers a faster attacker like Victor Osimhen. A deal for Osimhen could prove difficult to do. In this case, ten Hag would be open to Kane. The Dutchman would change the style of play to adapt to Kane's strength and build the attack around him. United Chiefs believes that factors could align in their favor with regard to completing a deal for Kane. It's believed an agreement of £80 million can be arrived at. Delaney adds that at the theatre of a dream, Kane's situation is heavily compared to Robin van Persie, an experienced star in an underperforming team with the first for winning trophies and competing the highest level. Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano told the United Stand that Osimhen is a huge possibility for the Red Devils. Romano was quizzed on whether the Nigerian sensation will move to the United. He said, "As a possibility, yes, but that's just an opinion, but there are no negotiations." Romano, however, confirmed that Osimhen's dream is to play in the Premier League. He said, "Victor Osimhen's dream is to play Premier League football. My personal opinion is that Napoli will not accept anything less than €130 million for Osimhen." Osimhen's astronomical price tag certainly makes Kane the more palatable and attractive option, where many other positions also require to be addressed. I will be uploading daily Man United news show, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.